Well, taking a look at our time lapse, you can see had just a little bit of that cloud cover, darker skies earlier towards noon, but after they cleared out, dusty, windy conditions on the horizon started to take over a little bit. If you were driving around, you definitely felt that. But as we got that sunset, of course, definitely not cloud cover, but that dust that was getting kicked up by the winds, at least that's starting to come down now. And temperatures also on their way down in through the 10 p.m. hour. 64 degrees so far here in town, 62 towards Sterling City. The cool spot off towards the south, 55 there in El Dorado, and then a quick warm up off towards the east. It looks like 72 right now in Junction, so about a 17-degree spread across the Concho Valley for those temperatures. Dew points also a pretty big spread because we had that dry line move through. 55-degree dew point with a 55% relative humidity indice there in Junction. 23 and 22 here in town. 18 and 19 up towards Sterling City, really indicative of that dry line that moved through. And when we look at that moisture tracker, we're going to start to watch the moisture work in just a little bit again going into tomorrow, but then right behind it, this cold front pushes in tomorrow night. That's going to be those storms that could fire off late tomorrow night, right behind all that dry air for Tuesday. And then the windy conditions is what kicks up that fire danger risk, is why we've been talking about it all week. By Wednesday, not too much more working in, and Thursday the winds look to pick up again, so hopefully we can start to get more moisture in again before we see that fire danger once again into the Concho Valley. For right now, the upper level pattern, we're watching this upper level trough dig in by tomorrow night, Monday night into Tuesday morning, with the main core of its energy over the Concho Valley. Quickly going to move off towards the east behind it, producing those strong westerly winds. An upper level trough behind it, but then by the time we're heading into next weekend, look at this next dip in the upper level atmosphere, where we start to get some more of that cold air into the Concho Valley. So going to be bouncing around in the temperatures just a little bit this week, but not too much. We're not looking at anything like freezing temperatures. As far as the severe weather outlook for tomorrow night, you can see really targeting Oklahoma City through the Texas border there, and then even the northern Concho Valley has a level 1 out of 5 risk for some of these storms going into tomorrow night. After it moves through tomorrow, really going to be targeting the area off towards East Texas and then into Louisiana for Tuesday there. So hoping for the best there by Tuesday, because they're looking at Mardi Gras, which is going to be pretty popular there in New Orleans at that time. Texas satellite showing you not too much across the state, a little bit of that cloud cover towards Texarkana right now, and as we go into the Concho Valley, we're sitting with mostly clear skies, just a little bit of that cloud cover towards the southeastern viewing area where the moisture values are a little bit higher. And as we go into that future cast, you can see going for the overnight hours, a little bit more of that cloud cover going to work in by tomorrow night. Look how explosive this development could be by about 11, midnight, 1 a.m. Wants to pop off some potentially severe storms. The risk is going to be mainly high winds, as well as that little bit of a hail threat, and can't even rule out an isolated tornado with the volatile atmosphere. Looks to be quickly moving though by about 5 a.m. Going to be out of our region and then moving out of the area by Tuesday. But behind that on Tuesday, I talked about that, the wind's going to be very breezy. Tomorrow, not too much either, 20 to 25 miles an hour out of the south. But look at this as we're going into the Tuesday time frame, how they just blast out of the west, 30, 40 miles an hour potentially going into the day on Tuesday, holding on for most of the day before they start to calm down about that 8 to 9 p.m. time frame into Tuesday evening. For tonight, of course, pretty calm out there with the winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, but 52 degrees and not too bad. Tomorrow, another warm start, 83 degrees with partly cloudy skies. And of course, we have the potential for some of those storms really late night, of course. Then Tuesday, things dry out. The fire weather risk is on the rise, so we want to be mindful. Blowing dust could be around the area once again. Temperature-wise, we're looking pretty nice in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and then bouncing around as we go into the weekend. That's going to be all for your 70s.